Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope we're all having a great day today and we're all doing well. So it has been 4 months now since Cyberpunk 2077 released, and by now I'm sure we're all aware about the issues surrounding this game and everything. You know, CD Projekt Red, what they said, what they've done. I personally pre-ordered the game on my PS5 back when it released. I purchased it through the PlayStation Store because I only have a digital version of the PlayStation 5. So I decided to give it a try. This was my first ever CD Projekt Red game. I've never played The Witcher or anything like that. I always hear good stuff about it, but I was kind of like, you know, they've got a new game coming out, I'll give this a try. If The Witcher is good, then surely this is going to be good. Now, by now, I'm sure we're all aware, it was not good. It was actually pretty awful. The game was littered with bugs. It hardly even performed well. Even on my brand new PS5, which I had for like, I don't even know how long, like a month by that time. Even on my brand new PS5, it crashed every 5 minutes. The performance was still awful, and yeah, it just wasn't a really fun experience. And bugs aside and everything, I'm going to be honest, I really just didn't enjoy the game. I thought the driving mechanics were clunky, I thought the gun mechanics were awful, I thought the punching mechanics were awful. And overall, I just found Night City such a boring open world to discover. Now, if you do enjoy it and everything, that's perfectly fine. It just wasn't my cup of tea because there was nothing really to do. It was kind of just open a door to this room which has nothing in it, and then go open a door to another room that has nothing in it, and that is for the few select buildings that actually allow you to go inside. There just wasn't enough, you know, free roam and city building for me. I just felt like it was just, you know, buildings with emptiness in them, and most of them you can't even access. It just wasn't very appealing to me. Plus all the different stuff like the police mechanics being absolutely awful. There was literally hardly any depth into them at all. It definitely didn't take more than a week for them to even program that police system, and as far as I'm aware, even in the most recent updates, they've tried to kind of make it better by just making the police spawn a bit further away from you, but overall it's still an extremely awful system, and yeah, it's quite embarrassing. And so we all know all this stuff which has caused CD Projekt Red to get lawsuits and stuff like that. They did come out apologising. Personally, my opinion, I don't really think that apology was really heartfelt. I think they really just done that because they got caught and they had to make a statement. They are an $8 billion company. They really shouldn't be making mistakes like that. They knew that they were lying to consumers. They knew they were lying in the faces of everyone, and they were happily doing it and lying along the way. They only apologized because they got caught, and I really don't have any sympathy for them as a company. But although I really don't like CD Projekt Red, and I think they're very, you know, deceptive, and I probably won't buy one of their games again, I want to give them a chance. And I think if they make Cyberpunk Online a separate game and they make it well, then maybe they could win people like me over. And talking about CD Projekt Red, like I said, I'm not really a fan of them after this. Like I said, they were lying and everything like that, and I think they definitely got consequences for their actions which were deserved. You know, the video and game industry is bigger than the music industry, the movie industry, and the North American sport industry all combined. The video game industry is bigger than that, so it's a massive industry. And when such a leading figure in that industry, such as CD Projekt Red, who made games like The Witcher, like I've heard nothing bad about, and I always heard good stuff about CD Projekt Red, for them to then, you know, lie to consumers, it was a big issue. And I think that them actually getting, you know, legal action against them was a good thing, and for all consumers in, like I said, one of the biggest industries in the world, that was a good thing, and they got what they deserved. But I am willing to give them a chance if they can buck up their ideas and actually give us a game worth paying for. I'm going to say here, Cyberpunk 2077, the core single-player game, won't bounce back. I'm saying that as a fact purely because it lacks so much content. You had all these scandals, like I'm saying, of all these lawsuits and stuff like that. You had the refund crowd, which I was part of. I refunded the game through a PlayStation Store to the point where Sony pulled it off the PlayStation Store, and it's still not available to this day. You know, the story, in my opinion, was pretty lackluster, and so was the gameplay. So even if they do release it on a store, and even if it's dirt cheap, I'm most likely not going to pick it up. I just went on YouTube after I refunded the game and seen how the how the game ended, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I think a lot of people done that as well, so I don't really see a lot of people going back there for a story aspect. There will be quite a lot of people that will do that, but the majority of people probably won't give Cyberpunk 2077 another try. So where CD Projekt Red really needs to put their time and efforts is the multiplayer online version of Cyberpunk 2077. It is going to be part of the core game. They have announced that it will be part of Cyberpunk 2077 itself, but maybe it'll go down the route of it just being kind of like a massive separate mode in that game, similar to how, you know, majority of people play GTA Online, but do you ever touch the single player? I have a feeling that it's going to end up like that. I think it would be wise to maybe release it as a standalone version for quite cheap, because you know, I can't really see myself or anyone paying a lot of money for a CD Projekt Red game, you know, after this scandal. So if they actually do make a really good online multiplayer and it has features, you know, it has actual RPG aspects, like, you know, people can actually, you know, express themselves the way they want to. If you look at GTA Online, that game is still so massive because people can, you know, roleplay in it and stuff like that. I'm not really a role player in games. I don't really enjoy role playing, but there's a lot of people who do. And look how big GTA Online still is. You can go race people in it. You can play fun games like, you know, snipers versus entornos and stuff like that. There's stuff for everyone. There's stuff for the role playing crowd. There's stuff for people who like cars. There's stuff for a lot of stuff like that. In Cyberpunk, you can't really do much. If you like cars, then yeah, you can buy a car, but you can't customize it. If you like role playing, okay, fair enough, but you can't really go do stuff. You can't even give your own character a haircut and stuff like that. It just lacks so many aspects which other open world games nailed, you know, years ago, ages ago, that keep people playing for people who have different interests. There's people who like to go, like I'm going to use GTA as an example again, there's people like to go on and do heists, there's people like to go do races, people like to go roleplay, there's people who just like to go drive about. You can't really do that much in Cyberpunk, so if the multiplayer allows people to do stuff like that, it gives them more customization. You can buy your own house, you can customize your own cars, you can change your appearance, you can go get a haircut and stuff like that, you can play mini games, you can go race people, you can, you know, go do heists, go do multiplayer missions and stuff like that, interact with people on the street. There's actual proper police system, there's, you know, wanted system, there's reputation system, there's, you know, cars that can fly or something that allows us to go into the sky, there's boats and stuff like that. It just needs so much more content to win people back, because if the online releases like Cyberpunk is without all this content and it's just other people on the map, but we still got this lack of content, I'm still not going to play it, because like I said, the core game of Cyberpunk, in my opinion, the game that we were given, regardless of bugs, was still pretty lackluster. So if CD Projekt Red can deliver all this stuff for an online multiplayer mode, make it cheap, bring in the players, win people back, then maybe I will give them a chance again. But as it currently stands, I don't trust CD Projekt Red as a company, and the only way they could probably win me back if Cyberpunk's multiplayer is actually worth it, and maybe I'll give their future projects a try if that is actually the case. But yeah, if you enjoy Cyberpunk 2077, this video is not meant to, you know, put you off that and stuff like that. There is people who genuinely have loved this game since day one, and I'm happy that you can find happiness. That disappointed so many people, including myself. But yeah, I am going to end this here. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Will you ever give Cyberpunk or CD Projekt Red a try again? Definitely multiplayer is the only thing that will win people back, but then again, they said that won't even be coming as late as 2022, so we've still got a while to go. But let's just see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to end this here. If you are new, be sure to subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy it, dislike if you did not, and I shall catch you on the next video. Have a great day, stay safe, I love you all, peace.